Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF.com Formulator race of the day for Monday, January the 2nd, race number 8 at Aqueduct. We're going 1 mile and 70 yards on the inner dirt for newly turned 3-year-olds, perhaps on the Kentucky Derby Trail. Here's the field for the Grade 3 Jerome Stakes. And remember, free Formulator past performances available at DRF.com on the race of the day event page. Download and follow along with us as we take you in post-position order. The number 1, it wouldn't be a 3-year-old graded stakes race without Todd Pletcher. Bonus points stretches out. This is a Maryland bred that got beat against Maryland bred competition last time out, but maybe the extra distance can help him out a little bit.
Maybe it can. Pletcher's got 2 in this race. The other one, to me, is way more interesting than this one is.
The number 2 is Everybody Loves Rudy, going out for the very hot Rudy Rodriguez. And this horse, it seemed, got caught up in every tough maiden race in New York over the summer, against Practical Joke, against Motown, against Hookup, who was very fast in his performance. He got it done last time out at a 1-turn mile. He's by Union Rags. I think he's slowly getting better. I think this is an interesting horse, if not to win, to crack the board.
Yeah, I thought the same way, too. He was sort of the other horse for me in this race. He's going to have to run a little bit faster, most likely, but he's sort of headed the right way, this horse. I think he's really starting to figure things out. I really like his last 2 races, especially.
One of the big name horses in this race, the potential favor, is the number 3, Takaful, who just ran a hole in the wind in his career debut. He ran away and won by 8 at 12-1. That race propelled him to favoritism in the Remsen, and he just kind of ran away in the early portion of that race. I think that freaked Jose Ortiz out a little bit. He tried to slow him down. Maybe he slowed him down too much on the backstretch.
He might have. He ran so well first time out, even as well as he ran, though. That was a pretty tall order last time to step up into a Grade 2. And it was a good field, and to stretch him all the way out like that. And he looked a little fresh to me early in that race, and I understand what Ortiz was trying to do to save something, but I almost feel like it might have worked against him when he tried to back that pace down a little bit. He ran fine in there. He got a little tired last 1/8 of a mile. He couldn't finish it. We'll see. He gets to go a little shorter here. He's the speed towards the inside. I think he's going right to the front. I think they're going to have a very, very tough time beating this horse.
Gained a lot of experience in that race in terms of rating, and that could be key in this race because there were a couple of fast stretch-out sprinters that might push this horse for the lead. If you think Takaful's getting loose on the lead, boy, that's a good place to be recently in New York. The 4 is True Timber, a winner last time out for Takaful's trainer, Kieran McLaughlin. This one came from off of the pace, and he's by Mineshaft out of a Tis Now mare. You get the feeling at this distance is really going to move this horse up, and I think he's got a little bit of potential. Is it too much too soon?
Yeah, he's got some potential. I agree with that. I don't like him in this race. His debut was fine, sort of running at the end. That race that he won last time, I mean, that race totally fell apart at the end. I mean, even as far down inside the 8th pole, looked like he wasn't going to win, but they just stopped in front of him, and he got it done.
Number 5, The Walk, goes out for West Point Thoroughbreds. Tommy Albertrani, a horse stretching out after 5 sprint starts to begin his career. He'll probably be close to the pace. He doesn't have the speed to make the front, but I could see him sitting in a good spot under Dylan Davis, a 2nd or 3rd. Whether he really wants this distance in company, though, is a different story.
And we'll find out. They're going to test him here just to see what he wants to do. It feels like it's a tall order for him anyway because he's going to get some horses who just look they're better than he is.
Number 6, El Arib, a $340,000 2-year-old in training purchase. Boy, his last 2 races have been very impressive from a Beyer speed figure standpoint. 82, 2 starts back, 94 in the James Lewis III at Laurel on November the 19th. Now, those were only sprint races, but that was a very fast race, obviously. It was actually faster than the DeFrancis Dash for older sprinters later on the card. Isn't there a possibility that Trevor McCarthy just going to send this horse this time and make Takaful take a seat?
I guess. I mean, they almost have to, don't they? I mean, he's wired 2 sprints in a row. I don't see why they wouldn't try and make the lead now as they stretch him out for the first time. I don't know if he's fast enough to beat Takaful to the lead if Takaful wants it. I don't know what to say about him, Dan. I know he's got figures for his last 2 races, and maybe I'm just wrong about this and he's fooling me. I watch him, and I'm not impressed with either one of them. He beat an awful field last time, and he just had no trouble. He didn't even have to work to make the lead in there. He just edged his way up to the front. Nobody went with him. He was loose. He ran away from a big long shot at the top of the stretch. The horse that ran 2nd to him is just no good at all. I don't know. I don't like this horse in this race. We'll see. Maybe he goes and he shows some speed here, but I don't like him.
Big class and distance test for the 6 El Harib. I think there's I'm a little bit more of a fan of he than you, but it's going to be interesting to see where he's placed. Do they rate him? Do they send him to the front? How is Takaful and El Harib going to play off each other? In a lot of ways, he is the key to the race. And if Takaful and El Harib somehow get caught up in a duel, maybe the 7 Win with Pride, the Pletcher horse you alluded to in the beginning, takes advantage, because when you watch this horse, you get the feel distance is really going to be his friend. in the Remsen last time out. I thought he ran okay
fine.
first time, going 1 1/8 and going against better horses. I think Todd's been really taking his time with him. Maybe this is the race where he just sort of takes a big jump forward.
Yeah, maybe it is. I liked his last couple of races. Even the Parks race, it didn't get a figure. He ran pretty
Real
well in
wide.
that race, very wide. They knew he was going to win almost, and just didn't ask him to save any ground at all. He ran fine last time. He got a good trip. He did the very best he could do. It was not good enough. He couldn't even get third from Tacklefull at the end. Tacklefull was on fumes there, but this horse is headed the right way for Pletcher. I think there's something there with him.
Taking a look at your top pick, though, for the Grade 3, Jerome is the number 3, Tacklefull, who has that route race under his belt. It was in the Remsen last time out. It'll be interesting to see where Jose Ortiz plays him. You know he'll be forward. Whether he'll be able to outfoot my top selection in here, the 6, El Arib, is a different story. We're going to have to find out if he's this good against better horses, tougher distance. But boy, from a fig standpoint, El Arib is right there with these horses. He's my top selection in the Jerome. I went 6, 2, and 3. Maybe I could try to sneak Everybody Loves Rudy into the exotic. If you're playing the Monday card at the Big A from home, here's the deal. $100 worth of free bets, $100 sign-up bonus, $25 free bet. It's a great deal. Try DRF Bets risk-free this winter. An approximate post time for the Grade 3 Jerome for 3-year-olds. Race number 8 at the Big A on Monday, 3:50 Eastern. Best of luck.